Alrighty, well, as you could probably have seen from either A, the thumbnail, and or the title of this video, you came in this video wandering around, how did you lose weight? Well, it's not more of a how, it's more of when. Because, to be honest, I did lots of things to try and lose this weight. Now, for a lot of people, some people just get big because they eat junk food. Some people just get big because they just aren't watching what they're eating. Mine is just because ever since I was little, I got picked on. I apologize right now. This might be a bit emotional. This might be a little bit deep. I don't know how to tell you guys that. I mean, okay. Anyways, enough of my word vomit. When I was little, from 1st to 9th grade, I got picked on constantly. Constantly. And it wasn't just one kid, it was a lot. For example, in 3rd grade, this one girl decided to get 9 other kids to gang up on me to throw rocks, sticks, sand, stones, anything at me. One kid even threw her shoes at me, and I had bruises all over me. And for a 3rd grader, that's traumatizing. That's traumatizing now. And I went to the guidance office, and the guidance counselor told me the most heartbreaking words. It's horrible. I went to her crying, covered in bruises, and she told me, I quote, "You need to let it roll off your shoulders like a duck with water." How do you say that to a little kid who's sobbing and crying and just heartbroken, covered in bruises, like emotionally and physically traumatized? That, ever since that point, I snapped and changed. I changed not into a innocent little girl. I had to be strong. I had to make thick skin for myself. Well, not in my case. In my case, I had to make a thick fat. I got home and I would eat my junk food. I'd have my chocolate milk. I'd have my Coca-Cola. I'd have my Cheetos. I'd have my Star Crunch cookies. I'd have ramen noodles. I never ate healthy. When I was little, I remember my parents trying to ease me into being healthy. And it's just, I think it's just the thing when you're young, you just don't want to eat healthy. Well, I got big. I've always been, until that point, I was always a cute chubby. Like most little kids are. They haven't got through puberty yet. They haven't used up their baby fat. But after that point, I really felt like I changed. And I overate. I ate till my stomach hurt. I ate junk food. Now, I got to my biggest weight last year of 240 pounds. Not 14, 40, as in overweight if you were a man of my height, or even taller. That's sad. Someone's words can really hurt you, and it's depressing. It shouldn't have to be like that. You should be able to be yourself, and if something happens like that, if someone gets the guts to hurt you, the other people should be there to help you, not feel like you're trapped and alone. And I felt like I could isolate myself almost in a bigger body. I'd look bigger, I'd look meaner, and people wouldn't talk to me. When I got really big, all they do is tease me behind my back, which was better than getting pelted with rocks and sticks and pushed and shoved and called names to my face. Because at least there was always that excuse, rumors aren't always true. Now, the story does get better, because last year I was forced to take physical education. Our school system forces you, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. It's going to suck. It's going to make me sweat. I'm going to hate it. And I only had to do it for half a year to graduate. And by the end of that class, I already lost 15 pounds. 15 of them in less than 6 months. That's a lot. And I felt good because there's always those little signs in the cafeteria like, oh, eat healthy, and everybody's like, oh, haha. But I actually took a different look at them, and I tried to take almost like a mental picture and go home, and my parents were kind of surprised. They're like, you want to eat healthy? That's kind of queer, but okay. And I've been losing weight since. Now, a lot of people are wondering, what route did I take? There's different diets and different ways, different exercises, different things. Well, I looked in that mirror, which I would almost cry. Sometimes I would cry when I looked at my reflection because I looked so ugly and fat and disgusting, like disgusting. I looked like a monster. Like I was a monster, and losing just the 15 pounds made me feel like maybe there's something good in me. And I will remember the night after PE ended, I looked in that mirror before I was about to take a shower. Like, not to be TMI, but like completely naked, and I'm like, I could change myself to not be this anymore, to be a healthier, stronger, happier person. And that's when I made a promise to myself. I am going to lose weight. Now, the route I took for this diet, which I'm going to clarify right now, for me, it's not a diet. It's a lifestyle change, honey. Because you're always talking about how diets work and then they don't work. Work and don't work. That's a diet. But a lifestyle change is a big step. You're going to change the way you eat forever. Like, I mean, you can't always say no to cake. You're obviously going to have some frickin' cake if it's there once in a while and have a serving size. But right now, I'm down to 189 pounds. 189 from 240. Like, I'm still big. I'm still losing the weight. But 51 pounds is a lot to lose. And my goal is probably around 160, 140, somewhere around there. Because I don't want to be super duper small. Because I want to be cute, chubby. But anyways, my point is if you get upset about how much is a pound, don't get upset. A pound is 4 sticks of butter, or a small box of butter with the 4 sticks in it. If you lose that, if you lose 2 of those a week, of course it's going to take a while. It's seriously like, that's a lot of fat to lose healthily. And in order to, for me personally, start losing the weight, I've been doing a calorie deficit diet, and you may be like, oh god, I don't want to count calories. But I have been on many other diets before. Pink method, I kind of went on once. I went on it for like a few days, but too little food. I went on South Beach. The only issue I have with South Beach is it recommends a lot of chemicals into your body, and when you try to get back onto foods that are healthy for you, like whole grains or something, like that's from the earth, you feel jittery and sick and bloated, and I didn't like that. So you were almost forced to stay on like chemicals, or you'd feel like crap. Calorie deficit you can actually use to work around in your life, because you're not going to be able to say no every time to cake. Like, if you do, you're inhuman. You're an alien. Good for you. But you're a human. You're going to want to indulge. For example, this fruit popsicle that is like 3/4 eaten is actually made out of fruit, and it's only 170 calories a bar, but it tastes really good. Outshine, I don't know if you can see that. Outshine bars, 70 calories, and they're really good dessert. But, my point is, calorie deficit you can use to your advantage. If you know you're going to have a bad cheat day, which I recommend 1 to 2 cheat days a month. Well, not cheat days, cheat meals or cheat desserts, because it'll help your metabolism. But also, if you do a calorie deficit and you want to go, for example, a buffet, like a Chinese buffet. I'm not talking like the cheap, skimpy stuff. I'm talking good, like $10 a person kind of place. All you can eat. There's like sushi, which is seaweed, brown rice if you choose it, and fish and vegetables. It's very healthy for you, but it is high in calories. So what you can do is you can eat a smaller breath kiss. And for lunch, if you did that for lunch, you could eat enough. And honestly, that buffet that I go to, personally, that's close to, well, it's like an hour away from my house, but I go there once in a while as a treat. We usually go there for lunches, and I don't need to eat dinner. Like, I'm stuffed all day. So, to answer your question, I do calorie deficit, and I use exercise. Now, for the calorie deficit, instead of writing everything down, which I have pros and cons, I use an app called Lose It. Amazing app. Wouldn't be where I am now without it. Like, it's so good. It's so portable. It has pretty accurate calorie labels, and you can also track like sugar intake, fiber intake, cholesterol. So it's good for a lot of people. And the premium you can actually do more with. And like sync a scale if you buy the kit with the scale and everything. But there's a free version, and it's really, really good. And also, the good thing about it is when you have your calorie limit, which eventually I went to a nutritionist for, you could set up how many calories, and then you can, when you exercise, it adds more calories. So if you're not losing weight, you could just eat up to your calorie limit and that's it. Or you can eat up to your calorie limit, go a little bit past, as long as you burn it off with exercise. The only thing I caution you about is if you use this app, is to get one of those bracelets that tracks how many calories you burn, because not all the things on there for exercise are accurate. But my point, Lose It, calorie deficit, exercise is a biggie. If you don't exercise and you just starve yourself on calories, you're going to feel like crap. You're going to be sluggish. You're going to be slow. You're going to be tired because you're literally like, sure, you're getting more nutrients into you, but you have less calories and your body's like starvation mode. Now, I have a theory why we have more bigger people in America. I believe it is because we eat food so full of calories. I bet you that if you go into your cupboard right now, pick out one of your favorite snacks that you know is junk. Look on the back. Now check it, how many calories for a serving size. Now I'm telling you right now, my serving size of cereal is a bowl. It is not a measuring cup. It's a freaking bowl. With like, drown it in milk, and there you already have up to 600, 700 calories just for that cereal. If you actually measure it out, it's more than 300. Now, you're not going to be able to like live off 300 calories of Lucky Charms. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but sugar cereal is not going to stick with you. So what I recommend personally is, what I do every morning is I make green smoothies, and I know that sounds gross, and it sounds weird, and you're like, oh my god, I don't like vegetables, I don't like anything green. But if you want to be healthy, I don't like vegetables either, but you gotta try to sneak in vegetables where they're good. So, for example, for me personally, I put in cucumbers and kale, cleaned of course, and I do half of my smoothie with that. Now, as long as you use mango with banana, with or without banana, it'll actually counteract the bitter taste, and it'll just make it a thicker, richer smoothie. Like, obviously, it's not going to taste great like fruit smoothie, but it's not going to taste bad. Or you can do the Cherry Berry Medley by Dole, I think it is. I'll have to put a picture up, maybe, possibly, or in the description. But that is my favorite right now. I have like 3 bags of that stuff, and oh my god, it's good. And you can't even taste the vegetables in that one at all. Like, the mango, you can a tiny bit, but it's not enough to be like, ew, oh my god, this is so gross, you know. And basically, for lunches, I do a 3 to 4 ounce portion of prepared meat, like chicken or beef. I do a cup of popcorn, cheesy popcorn, so it has more fats to stay with you. Water, excuse me. And a 100-calorie Greek yogurt. And oh my gosh, it's wonderful. And then when I get home, I usually just have meat, maybe something with vegetables, and then eventually I have this popsicle. But yeah, basically kind of halfway, a little bit more than halfway through my weight loss journey of what I want to be and stuff. And I mean, I'm still not perfect, but I'm working towards my definition of beauty, and you guys should too. And if you guys ever need anyone to talk to, anyone to ask questions, like if I didn't answer all your questions, you can comment below. In the description, I'll have some more stuff that I may have missed, because honestly, I just wing these videos. I don't have a script because I don't have time for that. Literally, no meme intended. But, yeah, any more questions, any recommendations for new videos I can make, anything you want to tell me, I'll try to respond back. It depends how many people, but I will try really hard to, like, seriously respond back. So yeah, I hope you ladies and men and whoever's doing this, I have faith in you, I really do, because I hit a plateau for a month, and I just broke the plateau, so now I'm really excited getting back into it, and it's happy. It feels so good when you finally start losing the weight, because you really do start to feel better, and if you start to incorporate mostly of your diet of fruits and vegetables, you really do feel pretty good. Like, you just feel wonderful. I cannot even tell you. I cannot express to you. So I just hope, I hope that you guys will give it a shot. The app automatically calculates everything. All you gotta do is put in the food, and it makes life so much easier. And it works on lower devices too. For example, I have a 2nd generation iPod. It works on that. So it works pretty to like low generation. So I really hope you guys try it. If you guys do, let me know what happens. What I personally do is with the calories also, I eat up to my calories, and then I try, if I go a little bit over, that's fine, but I usually try to burn off more. But that's what I personally do. Like I said, I'm not a scientist or a nutritionist or anything, so I don't know everything. That's just what I've personally been doing. And so yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, whatever, 2 a.m., Dorito time. Well, hopefully not Dorito time after this. You know what I'm saying, right? So, peace out, Girl Scouts and Boy and Cub Scouts, whatever. All of you. Goodbye. I love you.